Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel, live from Sardinia at 40-45 minutes from Cagliari, really south of Sardinia. I arrived yesterday after again 2 planes, after delayed with a plane, etc, etc. I arrived here, I'm super happy. We'll speak about Juve, of course we'll speak about Juve today, about some people that yesterday recuperated and they were there in training session. But before that, let me explain you a bit what I'm doing here. If you didn't yet, please put a maximum of like, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So I arrived yesterday evening. I'm in Chia, that's the town, how it's called, because today there is the Juventus official fan club 2025. It's an annual meeting with all the presidents from the different clubs all around the world, and that makes me super happy, of course, because you know it, here on the channel we called it Juventini of the world. That was the big mission, to speak to Juventini from the world. And when you are able to meet a lot of them, we will be with a bit more than 200 people. I'm super happy. Look, yesterday immediately when I arrived, I put the luggages in the room, and then we start preparing the event of today with a big team of Juve. We are with more than 20 people already preparing the event. Fantastic people, really professionals. You see the behind the scenes, how they are testing the lights, the music, how they are going with the structure of the evening. And then I also had the opportunity to meet the 2 players that will be there today. So there will be President Ferrero that will also do a speech. So I'm happy to meet the president of Juve. It's really an honor. And then the 2 players. Yesterday, I know that some of you were trying to guess who will be these 2 players. They played in season 11-12, 12-13. It's Emanuele Giaccherini and Andrea Barzagli. I had the opportunity to meet them already yesterday evening to speak about the event of today, how, finding a connection also with the players. Andrea Barzagli, I already know him because I already, I believe, 3-4 different lives with him, but meeting him live is another story. It's another story. It's really nice, and I will try, of course, to let him sign the shirt. And Barzagli and Giaccherina. I took this one from season 11-12 because both of them were wearing that one, and also it's the away shirt that we won the Scudetto with. It's also the shirt that we played the last game in the Allianz Stadium in 11-12 against Atalanta. So it's an important shirt that I really want them to sign. Not sure if it will succeed or not, because from the moment that people are starting to arrive, you're not a fan anymore, or you need to put that aside and you become a professional that needs to do your job. So let's see if we can do it. Anyway, let's speak about Juventus after that short intro, and I will try, of course, to keep you up to date, especially on Instagram with some reels, with some shorts. What are you speaking about? The game of Sunday, the big game of Sunday against Bologna. It's a decisive one. Let's not lie. It's a really important one without Yildiz, without Kelly, on top of all the other players. Koopmeiners doesn't recuperate, and that's really worrying. That's really annoying. Let's put aside the good or the bad season of Teun. The fact that he doesn't recuperate is really worrying, because we don't understand what is the problem, how long. It's not the first time that he's missing games, and we need to count on him for that final rush. So it's extremely annoying. He will not recuperate. He will not be there. There was a player that didn't train, I believe it was on Tuesday or a Wednesday, but he recuperates, and it is Conceicao. Conceicao that yesterday took part of the training session, and also Dusan Vlahovic. So 2 players that will be there. Vlahovic from the bench, and then the big question mark is Conceicao. Will he start or not? There are two possibilities. Conceicao that plays behind the striker together with Nico Gonzalez, behind Colomwani to start with, or they go with Nico Gonzalez, and then next to him you have Weston McKennie in a more advanced role, which he already did this season. So one or the other. Big question mark. Let me know who's your favorite one to start. I was, of course, worried that without training on Wednesday, that it would have been a problem, that Conceicao would not even have traveled with the team. Luckily, he's there, and we need him. In the papers today on Tutto Sport, you see it. You need to make a difference. You have 180 minutes. You have one big game against Bologna to prove yourselves, to show that you can make the difference. Today, they even interviewed Rui Barros, Portuguese player, ex-Juve player, that was also a short player with a lot of skills, technical skills, comparing a bit both of the players, and they were saying it's the moment. Conceicao, if you want to win Juve, if you want to convince Juve to keep you also next season, you have this game to do it. I don't know. I seriously don't know. It's a player that Tudor didn't trust from the start when he arrived. It was a player that was used a lot by Thiago Motta in the beginning of the season, was making fans dreaming. I remember if we had these conversations in October, November, maybe even December, a lot of us, 90% of us would have said you continue with Conceicao. There is absolutely no doubt that Chico needs to be or to become a full-time Juve player, a permanent Juve player in season 25-26. It changed. The season of Conceicao changed. I can't explain myself why or when his season changed from a making wrong decision, not taking the right decision at the right moment, and then starting also to have less minutes and becoming more the player that was used as the game changer from the bench to at the end entering from bench and not even being able to decide. So it's a big opportunity for him. Do I believe in 90 minutes, 180 minutes to convince Juve to continue with him? No, no, I don't believe in these kind of things. I think that Juventus already have a clear idea. Do we not want to continue with him? Of course, flopping will reinforce if they were negative about extending him. Convincing even more will convince Juve even more if he's doing a beautiful performance. I don't know if you can follow. What about Dusan Vlahovic? Look, strange season for Dusan. I have not always been kind with him this season for the performances. Juventus, they took a decision. They will not continue with Dusan next season. And I will even add you, it's not only anymore because of the salary. So it's not only the salary that is not sustainable anymore, the only problem, but also the not convincing performances with continuity that made Juventus take a big decision. But Dusan Vlahovic will be there, and I tell you, I'm happy because offensively we really need some players that are able at a certain moment to give you against Bologna the opportunity to score, even if it's really long time that he's not scoring. Colomani was able to unlock himself in the last game against Monza. Let's see if he will be able to do it also in Bologna. But then Dusan Vlahovic, we are obliged to count on him. And these are the discussions that are ongoing at the moment. Are there much more news? Yes, there is one more. There were some predicted lineup that were putting Cambiaso in a three-man defense. Cambiaso will play on the left as a left wing back, depending also where McKennie will play. Could potentially be that he's playing on the right with Wea on the left. But the one that is winning at the moment to enter in the three-man defense next to Kalulu, to Vega, it is Savona. Savona playing on the right side, Kalulu playing on the left. And I tell you what, that's a good decision. That's a good decision. Against Bologna, you don't change Cambiaso in a total different position that we never saw him play with Savona. Savona, that it's his role. It's even the role where he's playing the best because that's where he was playing the best when he was playing with the Juventus next gen. So this year he played as a right back in a four-man defense. But if we go back to the three-man defense and there are no other choices, it's the one for Savona. I have absolutely no doubt about it. It's a player that doesn't need to study a lot of mechanism. What do I do with the ball, without the ball? When do I go up or down? Because he knows it. I think that playing Campias in that position would be dangerous. So these are the news of Juve. I tell you, not a lot of news. I read the papers this morning at 6:30 a.m. looking for. There is nothing. Honestly, there is nothing a lot except of these updates. So I recap. Koopmeiners doesn't make it. Vlahovic will make it on the bench, ready to enter. We have Conceicao, the game of his life according to the papers, and then Cambiaso, not in a three-man defense, but decisive there, or on the left or on the wing. I hope you enjoyed, or on the right. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will keep you up to date about the Juventus official fan club. Grazie, forza, Juve. Ciao.